Okay, here we are. Make some adjustments here. Okay. So this is very exciting. We now have a slightly new setup where we are no longer using a copy stand. Instead, we are using an arm. Not a C stand, but an arm. And for that, I am very excited. All right, so we've been teasing this for the last several weeks, and I've been either too lazy or too forgetful to actually do it. All right. So, Rev Jeff, welcome. We got Alex on the call. So we have two pairs, and there's actually, what has occurred to me is, so I have two pairs of Joy-Cons, and I got two pairs of these boxypixel aluminum Joy-Con shells. And it has occurred to me, like I was thinking about it either last night or earlier this morning, that I'm worried about Bluetooth getting through the aluminum. Which I realized, like, I don't think anyone has really mentioned much about that. Okay, it does say the wireless connection does work when the Joy-Cons are disconnected from main body. For anyone who is interested in taking a look at this, okay, I guess I didn't read that. For anyone who takes a look at this, here's the boxypixel aluminum Joy-Cons. And so what I was thinking, or what I was debating even as early as this morning, was whether it made sense to just do one pair, but maybe I should just do both. So let's see how long it takes, because I'm getting a real worry that it might actually take kind of long. I think that the right Joy-Con is apparently supposed to be easier than the left Joy-Con. But we'll see. Rev Jeff says, I thought it just has a hole for where the Bluetooth comes out. I was never sure, to be honest. What's really exciting too is that they're D-pads. You should change your Twitch name to Boxy. Anyways, I don't know if you guys can get it, but I am actually super excited about this top-down camera and no longer needing the copy stand. I think that part of me is thinking the copy stand could still be useful for scans to ensure like evenness in multiple axes, but I'm also thinking that like this can too with a little more work, and I'm wondering if I still even need the copy stand. We'll see. Yo, these look really sleek. Yeah. So we got two pairs. We got also two pairs of Joy-Cons, and we'll kind of see how it goes. My plan was essentially black D-pad, red buttons for the silver, and then silver D-pad, silver buttons for the black. You probably won't even use your Joy-Cons wirelessly. Actually, I do, because I play Ring Fit. I do play Ring Fit. So We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I was working on set. Look. I'm gonna emphasize it for like the 5th time now, but I'm really proud of this setup, and I do actually. I have a picture. I want to take a better picture after stream. Let me see. But for you guys who are in the stream right now, I will find a way to get you this picture. So this was from earlier. I'm hoping there's no... I don't think that there's any particular bad or sensitive anything in this picture as far as I can tell, so I'll send this in Twitch chat. I'll send this, but I'll send a better one in Discord later. This was backbreaking, man. It was essentially I bought this new clamp arm that's built for cameras instead of monitors, and then I took my old clamp monitor arm and then I basically had to hacksaw part of the pole so I can ensure that, or so that I could essentially put both in one, because each of the extension arms have different sized holes. So in case anyone was interested or curious, I was working on that since about 5:30 and it's about 9:45 now. In the meantime, I did want to show real quickly, I'm going to be following the iFixit guide here on right and left Joy-Con shell replacements. Again, I think that yeah, left has way more steps, so I think I want to start with the right. They're both listed as moderate, and also the guy in this one is wearing gloves. Do you guys think I should wear gloves? Does it say glove? Nope. All right. Rough Jeff, you say yes? I have replaced the left Joy-Con on stream without the use of gloves. You guys are saying yeah for safety. You know what's gonna be hard though is like keeping track of all these tiny ass screws with gloves on. I can keep track of screws all day. Let's use this. I think we can use this to organize. Which okay. For everyone who's here right now, here and talking. So that sounds like Rough Job, Zemu, Alex. Which one should I do? Black with silver buttons or silver with black and red buttons? Which one would you guys suggest that I do? Black? Okay, Alex got a vote for black. We should have a poll. We should do one of those yes, no polls. Black in honor of Boxy. Zemu says silver. Rough job. I mean, it might be on you. Unless there's anyone else out there. What the fuck? It's all you. Why me? Flip a coin? I don't even know. Oh man, I got a coin all the way over there. I gotta go get a coin. Can you flip a coin on Google? Oh, interesting. Okay. Here's what we'll do. Flip a coin. All right, guys, here you go. Wait, we didn't even wait, we didn't even decide. Okay. Heads is which, and then tails is which. Let's do heads is black and tails is silver. All right, let's try it again. All right. Heads is black. I guess we're doing black. We'll do black first and we'll see how long it takes. And if it's not too bad, we'll do the silver after. But if this takes forever, then I guess we might only be doing black. What the fuck? I didn't know Google had flip coin. Yeah, I mean, I didn't either. I just tried it. I just figured. Okay. So, let's get started. Huh. Let's see. Does this work? Huh. No, it doesn't. Ah, that's a bummer. Okay, wrong thing. One black and one silver? What? Oh, I see. Maybe. Okay, how about this? We'll do the left hand black, no, the right hand black first, because it's easy. And then, yeah, sure. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, they're all gonna be replaced eventually anyways. So I might as well. Okay. Let's do right joycon. Okay. Remove the 4 tri-wing screws. So that's the Y00. So, a good friend, iFixit says to use Y00. I'm hoping my volume is okay too. Is that alright with you guys? I'm hoping it is. Y00 seems too big. Either that or this is not Y00. Let's try this Y000. Am I crazy? Oh shit, these are not the Y series of heads, are they? Let's try this again. There we go. That was just a typical Phillips instead of the tri-wing. I do want to try a little bit later to play some Animal Crossing with these. I booted up the game a little bit earlier today, but I didn't hit all my rocks yet. Also, I realize I'm not even doing it on the camera. Okay. Flip open the back shell to expose the battery. Step 2. Doing the right thing, right? Oh, okay. It's from this side. You gotta pry this? How do you get it open? Is it this guitar pick? I did get all of them. There we go. That dish is pretty cool. This is actually just the cover of the iFixit kit on the right hand side here. But it is a cool dish, I agree. I feel like it actually perfectly helps separate tiny screws like this. They really do. They really do. Okay, remove the screw connecting the rail to the back shell. So that would be this guy here. Is that 00? Phillips 00, yes. All right. Remove the battery and disconnect it from the motherboard. You may use tweezers or your hands to pull the connection from the motherboard. Okay, it says the battery may be difficult to remove due to adhesive. A spudger may help to detach it from the casing. So that would be this guy. What is the plan here? Okay, so it is fully remove the battery. So here's the thing, guys. If I fuck up, the good news is I do have an extra pair of Joy-Cons. The bad news would be fucking it up. There's that adhesive there. It looks like it's not really even adhesive, it's just like tape. Tweezers or your hands. Let's try tweezers first. Hope everyone's having a great evening tonight. You know, what I realized is maybe I should have grabbed the I should have grabbed maybe the macro lens. I'm not sure how to pull it out exactly. Might just be pull up. But pull up or pull out? Making me nervous. Arcania. Hey there. Welcome to the stream. We're doing some Nintendo Switch Joy-Con shell replacements. Trying to pull out this battery and I'm a little scared. Looks complicated. Let's see if we can get this. It says I can use tweezers. Fix the drift by blowing into it. I feel like I might need more light. Nervously sweating on step 4. It's like, do I pull up or do I pull out? See if there are more pictures. There only seems to be one picture here. take a look at this, guys. Oh, Alex redeemed open a package. We'll open the package after we complete step 4. Okay, so this is not me, this is a picture of what I'm supposed to do. The thing is, they didn't really mention whether or not you're supposed to pull out or pull up. So I'm curious if it might be more worthwhile to like watch some kind of a video. His eyes. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. I think I'm supposed to pull out. I think I just need to go and do it. I did it. And everything seems to be looking intact, fortunately. Okay, cool. Okay, let's put the battery there. Okay, step 5. Before performing the next step, take note of how the antenna cable is seated for proper reassembly. There is an antenna cable. Oh, how is it seated? Is it like that? Might have been like that. Okay, it's saying just remove that gold pin, which doesn't seem to be too bad. So this right here, I think it's definitely one where you just pull it up. Yep, there we go. Step 6, remove the 3 screws holding the battery casing in the shell. And what I've realized is I'm gonna try to pull this camera down. I think it's very high up, so I'm just worried that you guys aren't really able to fully see the master here. But now I have to try to learn here how to function with this. It's extremely stiff, this this new arm I got. There. I think hopefully that should be a little bit better. Can shift everything more towards the center here. Move the 3 screws holding the battery casing in the shell. I'm guessing it's more Phillips. So there's this guy right here. And then these 2 guys down here. Alrighty, step 7. Remove the ribbon cables connecting the rail and the battery casing to the motherboard. Unlock the cables by flipping the connector upwards with a spudger. This guy right here. Then pull the cable out of the connector. Alright, they have 3 pictures for this. Let me switch out to all 3. Okay, so that would be this guy here, this guy here. Wait a second. Is it, am I supposed to remove? Okay, this whole guy removes right here. Oh, that is interesting. So this whole mechanism right here, I think actually gets transported into the new shell, which I find incredibly interesting actually. Because now it's like, I'm gonna put a green one into this guy, and then a pink one into this guy. And then when I grab the other two that I have, a pink one's gonna go in here and a green one's gonna go in here, which totally makes sense. So I think if your guys' suggestion to do one of each makes total sense. And thank you guys for that suggestion. Okay, this, I'm a little confused by how this is currently connected. Apparently there's one ribbon cable connected to that guy, but other than that, I'm also realizing this camera is right in front of this camera. Whoops. Let's see what I can do, if there's any remediation for that. All right, should hopefully be slightly better in that you can see me now, but not completely perfect, and also slightly crooked everything here. But we can pull this closer to me and maybe that'll be a little bit better. Okay, so okay, remove the ribbon cables. Unlock the cables by flipping the connectors upwards with a spudger. So I believe those are these guys here. Yep. Wow, that first one was way too easy and the second one is actually very challenging. Ooh. Just disconnected one of the shoulder buttons. Guess this would be R. ZR is still firmly intact on the secondary guy. What the hell? Why is this one so damn hard? Trying to flip the right thing up? I hope I am. Let's check out these pictures again. Looks right. What the? This don't seem right at all. That ain't good. I feel like I just broke that. Huh. Something here ain't right. There's a small piece that kind of lifted up because it feels like the plastic seemed to have broken or something almost. I don't know if you guys could see that. I'm not sure how visible it is. That guy right there. Let's see. Did I flip to unlock the wrong thing? What is that? Not quite certain how this is meant to work. Hold on. Is it the other way? This is pretty unclear. It seems almost as though the two ribbon, like the ribbon cable, like flip locks are like different on each one. Just put the boxy case over the green case. Ah. Just solder everything. What's the move here? I can see something that can be flipped. And I'm confused why it appears that I have broken it in a small, bizarre way. Let me try to use one of these guys as a spudger, which I may be shooting myself in the foot here, but I feel like it might be worth trying it out. This thing won't like flip open. I think that's kind of a problem. I'm curious to see if I open up the other one, how challenging this would be. Oh shit, I just realized I've never opened that package from Alex. I'm trying to think. Before I go and do that, I think we gotta think. Gotta think here. Free my package. Hashtag free package. Can it just slip out yet? Oh. Okay, I just slipped it out, but I don't think that that's easy to slip in. Like, that whole thing has to flip. But which direction? Did I flip? Okay, the ribbon cable just came out real easily. Hold on. Unlock the cables by flipping the connector upwards towards the upwards with a spudger, then pull the cable out of the connector. Whatever happened to the guide? Okay, let's take a look at this. So check this out. It says, remove the ribbon cables connecting the rail and the battery casing to the connector. Unlock the cables by flipping the connector upwards with a spudger, then pull out the cable out of the connector. I was able to do that pretty easily for this guy. Flipping it open, pulling it out, super easy. In fact, let's go to this bigger picture. I flipped this up from here to here, pull this out, super simple. What happened here is, like, you can just kind of tell here. There's a different, it's like the mechanism here for doing this is different. Like, it's not even the same ribbon cable flip lock. So right here, it's telling me to flip something. Not sure what that something is. But I realize I'm able to just pull this out, which is just fine. There's actually, it looks like there's no damage to the ribbon cable. There's no other damage that I've otherwise done. What happened when I try to flip it right here, dead center, was like, it seems like a piece of the plastic, like kind of cracked outwards just a tiny bit. The next picture just shows what appears to be, let me see here. Yeah, this one was the one that was really easy. The third picture just shows both of them out. And you take a look here, I'm not quite sure what's different. Was the other side supposed to be the one that you flip? Did I just get that wrong? Oh my god, I did. Huh. Yeah, no, that was it. I just flipped the wrong side up. Whoops. Hopefully that'll be fine. I mean, the hope is that you put in the ribbon cable, and I mean, that's what makes the connection. It didn't seem that there was any issues with locking it, but remains to be seen. Let's find out. Okay. Okay, well, good to know for the next Joy-Con that I do. And let's see, let's hope that this one wasn't so bad. Okay. Step 8, remove the rumble motor by disconnecting the white 2-pin connector. Oh, Arcania, yes, by the way, thank you for that. Yeah, just to let you know, all bits and subs that I get, I send off all of those to the San Francisco Marine Food Bank, and I actually also have a donation page directly to them, so that, you know, Twitch can not take the cut, so you just kind of get more bang for the buck. But yeah, thanks for hitting that. I'll also go grab that other package. I'll be back in a second. So good, so good. Okay, here we go. All right, I would love to be able to do this, you know, overhead, but I got all this stuff here, so we're gonna table that while in the meantime, I'm looking for my box cutter. There it is. Okay, got the box cutter. 18 bits, thank you. Arcania, I appreciate that. You got this package here from Kinetic Labs. If you're interested in finding out 5 seconds early what Kinetic Labs is, you can go and look up Kinetic Labs. But in just a brief moment here, we'll open this up. And we got some Kinetic Labs gear here, which entails receipts. Is there anything else in here? Got that little card. Okay. We got some Penguin switches, Penguin tactile keyboard switches, which we'll find something to use these in. So I got some tactile switches here. Looks like there's a little bit of pre-treble before it gets to the bump. Slight bit. But we'll try this out. We'll try this out at some point. Don't know much about them other than they're tactile. And they were available at the same place that I ended up getting what I was intending to get, which is another key set for Ada. Ada, if you're there watching, we got it in. EPBT, no, is this EPBT? No, it's Polycaps. Polycaps PBT 9009. So just pull it out the tray, or pull out the box. It's taped. And cut this tape. Give me a second here. Gotta remove this tape here. Rough Jeff, you got a lot of A names in your life. I do. In fact, I do. So, here it is. It's the, it's like cream and beige with these like accent keys here for escape and enter, with also the alternative like muted pink or muted red escape and enter as well, along with some of the other keycaps, all blank. Ada was cool with all the blanks, and here we are. So cool. Arcania, thank you for the subscription. Much appreciated. Money's going to the right place. We did submit the donation for bits and subs from November to December, maybe about a week or two ago. And all of that, like, I donate directly through that donation page, so you can see all that in. So Alex, we opened up that package. Should all be redeemed. There's a couple more things in here. I'll get rid of this stuff. Those penguin switches, I think these are switch films. You put them inside those blue switches, just to kind of reduce the wobble, is what they say. And I guess this came with a couple extra heavy springs, which might be good exactly for what it says. 78 gram springs for space bars. Presumably especially if you're using PBT space bars. I swear the food bank has sent me $20 worth of letters. They do. I wonder if there's a way to opt out of that. It's crazy. I was just talking about this. It was like, I got, like, sometimes you just get promo from like charitable organizations that like I haven't even already donated to. Like I recently got some, like a big envelope, a thick envelope from the VFW, the Veterans for Foreign Wars. And it's like, it came with like post-it notes, it came with mailing labels, it came with birthday cards, it came with a calculator, literally a calculator. And I'm like, I don't know, first of all, I don't know when I'll use a calculator. Second of all, like, I just feel like that's very bulky, and like, this is great, but I don't think I'm gonna be donating to the VFW right now. So, I mean, it's like, I get it, like maybe this is what encourages people too, but I also feel like it's, I hate to say it, but maybe like a little bit wasteful, a little bit. All right. It says here, remove the rumble motor by disconnecting the white 2-pin connector. We'll continue along here. They want you to calculate more money into your next donation. I swear, it's the truth. Okay, so this R button just popped off. I think that's okay. We'll make some readjustments later. They want us to pull this guy out. It's insane how nonprofit organizations need to run after money and waste much of it in administration. It's crazy, but I think it's just kind of how it is. Not everything is done super efficiently, and that's kind of what, like, just in general, like, let's talk about nonprofits, but let's also talk about it in general. Like, not everything is run efficiently, and then inefficiency is often where money goes, I guess. Not necessarily. Some organizations have made it a point to be transparent financially. True. Disconnect this. Okay, let's take a look at these pictures. Looks like it's literally just pull. It's just pull, I guess. You take the whole thing out? Like, it seems like this is something that's removable. Even sans removing the connector. They would even pay you back if they have too much money they can't handle for the cause which you donated. Yeah, those are true charitable organizations, I guess, yeah. It's amazing when that can happen. Oh, this is a struggle. What is going on here? Lurk, have fun, yo. Thanks for dropping by and thanks for everything. That's interesting. I think this is a rumble motor that's like padded so that like it doesn't like rattle around. But I'm just like, how the hell do you take it out? Like, even without taking out the connector yet, this should just be removable, but it's really in there. It might be, I'm guessing, oh, adhesive, or it's just really tight. It looks like it was really tight. It's crazy. The board, the actual like circuit board, it's like not screwed in everywhere, and I think that might partially be due to that one that I removed, which oh boy, this is crazy. Okay, we're gonna put that there. Interesting. So I think there's some things in here where it's like I'm curious here, does this even, oh, okay, there's adhesive right there. Yanking at electronics makes me uneasy. I feel the same way. So what has me really curious here is, there's some shit here where like, do I even need to remove some of this stuff? Like, do I need to remove this guy? Like, I'm just gonna transplant it into this, right? I like how they actually, this is really cool. Separate thing here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I just noticed. They actually tell you where the buttons go, but in reverse order. So it's like B, A, Y. I guess they didn't put X because I guess it would just be obvious that's the last one. And that's if provided that you put in the original ones. I don't even think these don't engrave it, I don't think. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Anyways, I'm curious if this is even necessary to remove. I mean, it was probably just necessary to pull it from the shell itself. But it's like, there's no replacement for this guy. And I don't even think there needs to be. So it's like, if I just transplant it over. I mean, I actually haven't even honestly watched some of this video here. I don't think this is even like a tutorial video for how to replace it. But what's interesting, I think, is that I think this inner guy, they have replacement parts for like the ones you find off Amazon if you want to do like a shell swap that say maybe has like these translucent ones, because they don't want you to have like a translucent case and then the internals are also not matching translucent. Kind of like this right here. this whatever this guide was for, it's like you could see that this was a translucent replacement piece. That's not really that necessary here. Like I can keep this all intact and then just like bring it over, I think. As far as I understand. So it's like, this one is not even really connected to anything. I mean, it's more just like, do you want to just like leave it elsewhere? Right? Yeah, it looks like it would just like get seated in there. So it's just a matter of removing this whole guy, like the circuit board. Remove the ZR button from the battery case. Remove the button sensor by unscrewing it from the battery casing. Yeah, I think this is what is determined as the battery. Oh, I realize I'm still out of focus, aren't I? Perfect. Yeah, it seems like you have to if they didn't give you extra. Yeah. Okay. So let's continue because I think that means technically I can skip step 8 really. I can skip step 9 and I can go straight to 10. So we'll take the 00. Move the 2 Phillips screws holding the joystick to the motherboard. Disconnect the joystick ribbon cable from the motherboard. So like I'm continuing to wonder, do I need to do that? Guess we'll find out. Interesting. So this is the guy that you would replace if you start getting right joycon drift, I suppose. I wonder if I can just leave it in there, or am I just being too lazy? Maybe I should just flip it out. All right. I think the important note is always know which way you have to flip these locks, these ribbon locks. Are these all still holding this together too? Remove 2 screws anchoring the motherboard to the shell. So still more screws here. Might be these 2 guys. Looks like there was like a little tiny padding, gasket, I guess, that I kind of have warped. Ribbons are definitely the scariest part for me. Yeah, I mean, I get it. They totally like look and feel delicate. For sure. Hey, I think this may possibly be it. Looks like there's... Oh, interesting. Damn, this is pretty gnarly, like all the IR stuff. Does all this stuff need to go in there too? I feel like I wasn't given any... Oh shit. Just losing all the buttons. I wasn't given any prior heads up. They should be coated in some rip resistant thing, right? It kind of is, yeah. And I mean, that's I guess what a ribbon is. Yeah, I'm just gonna pop out all of this crazy stuff. Interesting. So it looks as though you keep the buttons, or you keep a certain number of these buttons. Let me check. Just trying to look over some photos here. Yeah, there's some buttons you keep, not all of them. Not all of them, or some of them transfer, but not all of them. Okay. So this, it's like, this guy we need. Where the hell did this go? Is that part of this? Maybe it was. Damn, I don't remember these orientations. Some of these directions don't really show. I feel like this guide has completely ignored the IR stuff. There seems to be like a whole missing, something entirely missing about like this whole piece right here in this iFixit guide. My goodness. I don't think Boxy owns a Switch. You don't think so? Okay, apparently. Which, oh, was that the connector that I just undid in step 10? No, I don't know what that connector was. So that just pulled out. I'm not quite sure what it was. It seemed like, yeah, there was a whole bunch of steps missing here. It's like, I mean, I can just like do them right now, but it's like, this seemed strange, to say the least. These missing steps. Okay. So, strange. This is bizarre. This iFixit guide is definitely missing stuff. I feel like there's probably some comments in here saying, yeah, Lee Whitaker, the one guy who commented at the bottom of this iFixit guide, says, not quite as thorough as the other Joy-Con teardown. Yeah, there's definitely some stuff missing in here, because it's like they had no information about this guy. It's like, I don't even know how this thing is like attached right now. That's also some adhesive, I guess. Oh, kidding me. Where's the ice cubes? She would have designed a better pixel. Oh, the ice cubes, the 1-2 switch ice cubes. I was like, what? It's like, is this some joke about Ice Cube? And I realized, yeah, this is a scam. Where are the ice cubes? Wacky slush. Thank you for that. Okay, we're gonna turn this ISO up a little bit so you can see the black a little bit better. So we're now up to 3200, just so that you guys have a better time and a better chance seeing this. Okay. Wacky slush. Wait a second. Wrong set of buttons. Wait a second. You guys are about to trick me. Alright, I've totally forgotten what the orientation here is for all these buttons. Yeah, this iFixit guide is not particularly strong, to be perfectly honest. It's like I'm not quite certain how these buttons are necessarily supposed to be oriented, but I guess I can look at these guys here. Okay, I don't think it matters because the cutouts on the edges of these buttons are like kind of in these weird tri sections. Like they're not at every corner, but they seem to be at like 3 corners. And these just like don't even look like that. So I think it's just a matter of, can we get it to fit? That one seems like it either goes that way or that way. We can orient them so they kind of look like Pac-Man ghosts, all kind of pointed towards the center. Okay, so we can get rid of these guys. I'm not quite sure how this is oriented, to be perfectly honest. I'm guessing it's like that, but yeah, because this makes less sense. You're not really going to feel much as far as I understand. I pretty much lost the adhesive here for this stuff because it's all stuck in here. Because the adhesive isn't really adhesive, it's just tape. I'll be honest, I've totally like lost my way here. I think it's like this. It has to be like this. This wiggles a lot. It's like, is that really gonna do it for me? And this I have no idea which way this goes. Let's go this way or the other way. Oh boy. This is bad. It has to go like this. I really hope it does. It's like it's different on every side. I feel like I have to look it up. Right joycon home button internals. Let's take a look. I found a... Oh, Alex, is that you?
Yeah.
Sick.
finished watching King of the Hill.
Great show. It's a great show. Shit. Okay. As far as I can tell, it's oriented like this. What episode did you watch?
I just watched the fashion show one.
The one in the mall?
Yeah.
So good.
And then I was watching a Halloween one earlier.
Nice. Okay. Gok, welcome back to the stream. Have you used the SN30 plus 8-bit Do controller before? I haven't. I've kind of wanted to, but I just never got around to it. I think the Game Boy colorway looks sick. Right on. Yeah, we got these machined joycon shells from boxypixel. That's what we're working on right now. But unfortunately, this iFixit guide is really barren when it comes to the amount of information they've provided. So we're trying to work out some of this info. It seems to be like there's like a kind of pad here, which I'm not sure like how much of this am I supposed to bring over. I guess I could try to just peel this off and bring it over if I peel it real carefully. There's no locks for this. This this iFixit guy is just like, it's just missing so much stuff. This one doesn't have, the boxypixel shell doesn't seem to have like little guides for this like sticker to sit. So I'm just like kind of praying that I'm getting it right. And in all honesty, I don't think I am. I just like feel like I put everything out of order. Like, how important is this little pad thing here? I'm getting this sticker totally off. Maybe I just need to put it on the other side of this. I don't know. How the hell do you do this? Do I just put it around this guy? Would that make more sense? I feel like that makes way more sense. Maybe not. The fuck? It's like, I don't even know what the purpose is. Oh my god. I'm freaking myself out. Alright, I'm gonna pull all this shit off. It's not, I mean, not everything was even set, so it's not that big of a deal, but it's just like I'm like extra freaking myself out over this part that I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to be doing. And it's like, boxypixel, I feel like there's a slight miss here in that either you provide the instruction that this thing I'm trying to transplant is unnecessary, or put the guide on there. Look up boxypixel on YouTube or something. I mean, I feel like I can just look up literally any joycon shell swap. The problem is, I don't know that there are enough. I actually didn't even look up. I looked up boxypixel briefly to find like someone who said it was good. I'm also just like, what if this cutout isn't even exactly equal? I don't even think it is, to be honest. And maybe it's just not even a big deal. Like, it's not even a big deal how exact it is. Just fucking throw it down. Okay. Ugh. Alrighty. Let's go and do this. Again. Boxy, just boxy should be fine. Okay, I think this is actually the other way. Rotated 90 degrees. Yep. Man, this takes kind of long, huh? Take a look at this photo again.
Good, dude.
All right, my guy.
Good luck.
Thank you, thank you. Have a good night, man. All right. That is not the right direction, but that is. Okay, this doesn't slide around. There's actually some adhesive still on there. You just gotta press it down a little further. Let's get this guy back in correctly. I think that's it here for that portion. So, we gotta do now. Let's get this guy back in business. Let's try to refocus this. I realize I'm like kind of above the table here. All right, something definitely moved or shifted out of place. It's the button pad shifted just a tiny bit. Okay, then from here, I think by this point, I drop this guy back in. Okay, I realized I'm not necessarily looking at all these instructions. I'm just sitting here hoping that I didn't forget anything. So, let's try to now go a little bit backwards from this point. It's like there are a couple of screws here. Now I can go back from step 11. There's just so much that was missing in this guide. I feel like that guide needed to be vetted just a little bit more. Shit, no. Realized they gave me a bunch of these black screws, which I guess are like good for replacements, but like why should I use them? Or should I just... I feel like I can just use the old ones. I don't think the old ones are bad by any stretch. But if anyone objects to me using the previous hardware, let me know now. If the new hardware is supposed to be better. Oh no! No, this button. Okay. It's crazy. Okay, I see. I need to be precise with this because all of a sudden the A button is like unpressable. So I'm glad I checked that now instead of later. Yeah, something has shifted here in the meantime. This ain't easy. This ain't easy, guys. What in the world has happened? Oh, it just shifted. Okay. Okay. Try again. Take infinity. I can see now why removing this ribbon cable was probably... I don't even know if that was part of the instructions. It might have been, but I might as well just do it now. Why not? It's kind of just, it's been getting in the way. I feel like I was so stubborn. All right. shouldn't even have done that now. These guys are going to be very hard to get back in this position. These ribbon cables, like some of them are just crazy. And I can see, yeah, these, okay. These instructions, man. Missing so much. 8-bit derp. Welcome, welcome. We are trying to do some joycon shell replacements right now. I hope you're doing good. Okay, so here's the craziness. I'm gonna take this out. I wish there was an easier way to pull that out, because it also is something that's kind of in the way. Getting these ribbon cables back in right here on the sides is kind of a pain in the ass. Like, did it really anticipate? It's just like I'm trying to like just scoop it in without using my fingers. I feel like I gotta pull all these buttons out again. They're just gonna be popping out and all scaring me. And maybe leave the home button. We got learnings here. We got learnings here for the next right Joy-Con we're gonna be doing. But it makes me a little bit worried that, I mean, that left Joy-Con, we've replaced a left Joy-Con joystick before, but like a full disassembly just has me a little bit worried. All things considered. This spring came out, I think that's from the R button. A lot easier to take the ribbon cables out than it is to put them back in, if I'm being perfectly honest. One of which, one of them is gyro and one of them is IR. I guess the bottom, the fatter one is IR, and then the smaller one might be motion. So we'll probably need to calibrate the... Boy, I'm guessing here. I'm guessing real hard. Oh boy. Let's try. Let's try just throwing this back in. How deep is it supposed to go? I'm curious. Like that deep? Feels deep enough. So this already pulled back into it. These, I mean, it's just crazy. It's like getting all the order correct. Alright. Maybe this is the way they intended it. Let's find out. We're gonna forget again the orientation of that guy. I'm gonna leave it like that. I feel like we've been going over this same thing over and over again. Crazy. Okay. So while this is partially out now, it's like I think this is my time to shine. 5 steps forward, 6 steps back, that's what it feels like. But I'm really hoping that we're gonna go and get it this time around. Hoping. Not certain, just hoping. It's crazy though, I gotta tell you. Crazy. So there's that guy. Okay, let's try to get all these buttons in from this weird ass angle. No. Okay. I think this sets in vertically. All right. Time to shine, guys. Time to shine. Here's one screw. I may have misplaced another screw. I may have possibly misplaced one. We could probably find it in the VOD. Alright. Buttons seem to be all in good order. Hey, there's the other one. You have that neat little screw organizer. It popped into another square. That's what happened. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. We got it. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get this guy back in. Back in business. I want to get what do I want to do first? I guess we'll get the screws in first. That most definitely isn't screwing in straight. That is not right, but let's try to continue here. Didn't screw in all the way. I'm just trying to get its placement correct. Ooh. This has me concerned. Screw's not going in straight. Maybe we found ourselves in scenarios where we can't use these screws. So let's take them out. Let's try the ones they provided. Good guys at boxypixel. Question is, which ones would they be? This is actually really interesting. They provided like way more screws than what you actually need, which is a great thing. Okay. Let's try this guy. Will it work? Will it blend? Aha. So we ought to use the screws they provide. Unless I probably shouldn't have screwed it in all the way. We got that weird situation. What are you doing? Guys, everybody, this is my brother. He also streams on Twitch. He had a set earlier. Everybody check out my brother DJ Jimbo Jenkins. I am replacing my joycon shells with metal joycon shells from boxypixel. All right, so I'm also getting this sense here that I should probably also be changing these screws to the screws that came with boxypixel, because I can see and I can kind of tell they're a little bit warped here. So I'm gonna pull out one at a time. We're gonna find the accompanying tiny ones. Wow, his profile pic looks just like you. Try to pour out 2. We poured out way more than 2. For those of you just joining, I got this new overhead rig. I'll send you a picture of it later. I'm actually like, it's super exciting. I'm like so happy to have it. Now I don't have to use that copy stand. Copy stand is great. I'm telling you, copy stands are fantastic, but a little unwieldy. So I'm like really happy to have something like this. All right. Okay, we didn't actually, I don't know if I've fully inserted this ribbon cable back in. Appears that we have, so I'm gonna flip this down to lock it. There we go. Cool. Okay, so we have this fella right here. This stays, I guess. Like it's just supposed to be here. But also meanwhile, before we even get there, we did pop out this button unintentionally. So let's get this back in order. Question is how? The R should be like this. Oh no. Ah, I see. So the spring doesn't go where the actual button is. The spring is set in right here. Damn, that is bizarre. There we go. It's supposed to look like that. And then this guy we take and place right here. But we never removed it. We never did step 9, but we did at some point remove this ribbon cable. And that is unlabeled in these instructions. I'm telling you, these instructions were, dare I say, weak, these instructions. Dare I say. Ah, shit! Oh no! I forgot to put these guys back in. Oh. Oh boy. These instructions, they were weak! The leads are weak. Oh man. Good shit. Alright. My question is, what can we get away with? What corners can we cut? That's my question. Can we cut corners, guys? I love that they gave so many replacement screws. It's actually like really crazy. I love that. Because now I can like lose these if I want. Alright. Let's lift this guy out. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh boy. Telling you guys, goofy. These sets of instructions were goofy. Now the little gasket here is popped completely out of place. Par for the course, I gotta say. It's just about expected that you face little disasters like this. Okay, I think I got it back in. All right. Okay, how do you... What's the way here? I'm not quite certain. Okay, seems good. Pop this guy in here. Yeah, we got learnings. I think that that's a really important part of this, you know, the larger conversation here. We have learned. Okay. Do we have everything? That's the question. Shit, no we do not. The rubber pad for the home button popped out of place. Now I think we're good. Let's check to be sure. Oof. That plus button, I'm not a fan. I think I might have oriented it incorrectly. Really? Is there a correct orientation that I did not do? Yeah. This has me curious. This plus button is a little bizarre, don't you think? something quite strange here. There's gonna be so much finger skin inside this Joy-Con. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. This plus button. This plus button is like the death of me. I don't even know where it popped out into. Am I crazy? I lost the plus button, guys. It all just happened so quickly. Oh, there it is. Man, you need like a lot of dexterity for this. And you also need to know where the hell everything goes. Okay, I'm gonna go back to that other... There's another guide. Okay, there seems to be another guide for Joy-Con shell swapping. For the right Joy-Con that might just be a little bit stronger. But I'm trying to ensure that that's really the truth. Okay, apparently... that is not particularly helpful. A lot of these aren't. Hold on. Right Joy-Con plus button. Internals. I feel like there's a lot missing here. There's a lot missing here. Not easy to find it. Might be cheaper to pay someone else to do it. There was actually a service where you could go to Mr. Pixel and then he would build it for you, but you had to buy a Joy-Con. So it's like basically he was gonna buy Joy-Cons for you to use into it. And I'm just like, I don't need or want 4 Joy-Cons or 4 pairs of Joy-Cons. I just need enough to sort of get by for a ring fit. Hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. Okay, I think I got the plus button working. Is everything else working? Yeah, I think it is. All right, we good. We are good. All right. Attempt number 73. Come on, this magnet. Okay. We got it. Movie clacker sound. All right. Oh, shit, I lost a screw. Where'd it go? No, where'd the screw go? I feel like I lost the screw inside. Where is this guy? Am I crazy? Oh. The screw was magnetized onto the driver. Oh boy. What a fun project. We're like 2 hours in and we're still on the right Joy-Con. I feel like the second pair of Joy-Cons is like a whole nother stream. boxypixel 2. Return of the Shell. Do you keep up with Foos Gone Wild? I haven't in a while. I feel like I should though. Foos Gone Wild is important. Important. I feel like there's this lock here, like how the R button is kept in place is rather weak. Okay, hold on. Gotta take that out again. Part of me wants to like do the other right side one tonight so that like I don't have to like revisit all of this because this is like just kind of ridiculous. Yes, it is. Foos Gone Wild. How do I explain Foos Gone Wild? It's like I don't even know how to explain it. It's very sounds like some adult show. It's like a detailed look into like Mexican American culture. Possibly most notably in Los Angeles. Cholo American Instagram page. There you go. I'm trying to insert this and having some struggles doing so. That's a tough one. Removing this ribbon cable? Wait. Where is it in the instructions here that I was supposed to have done that? I feel like this was pretty skipped over. This was pretty skipped over in these instructions. Let's try tweezers. This is a rough one, getting this guy in. My apologies here. This is actually a really challenging part. I think that I might have needed to do this when everything was out, but we're gonna try to get it when everything is in. Fuck. I feel like it was almost there. Am I putting it in the right direction? I have to be, yeah. Almost had it. I realize a lot of this might be covered by my head, but I think it's critical that I get much closer eyes to it. Oh my gosh. What a great challenge. Oh, oh. I think I got it. Yeah, boy. Alrighty, okay. Whew, man. This is a struggle. I gotta tell you. Oh, or struggle like this before? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, look at that. You have a remnant. You'll have a remnant of what the joycon is. Huh. It does. No, that's the thing. It actually does look pretty cool. Like, unless I'm missing something, right? Like, it's gonna be there, but like I'm not. I think that's probably actually it. But I like it. I like it, but part of me thinks that like this is actually maybe a design weakness, because this might, like, I think that design wise they should have had it, but the effect is actually cool. Like the effect of not having it is pretty cool. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, no, look at that. I mean, let me refocus these. So that's like, I didn't recognize. I mean, like, that's a sliver that comes from the battery cover. So because there's no replacement battery cover part that's part of boxypixel, which I get it, because like machining this thing must be like a huge crazy thing, all things considered, because you'd also have to take away, you'd have to figure out how to get rid of this whole thing. And then that gets me pretty curious about like this guy right here had to basically have been redone, because there's like these weird, this part right here, how it's attached, in my opinion, is a little crazy, because I think that's literally adhesive down on the ribbon cable. And that's freaky. I gotta imagine that's pretty freaky. And this guide is like someone already had done it. Yeah. So it's pretty wild, I gotta say. Again, possibly considered a design weakness, but I'm not gonna fault them, because the effect is cool. The effect of not having it. Okay. Remove the ribbon cables connecting the rail and the battery casing to the motherboard. Or I guess reattach. So that would be get these guys back in, essentially. Or again, not this. Oh shit. I'd have to, man, that was like, okay, wait. Is this detachable as of now yet? There's a whole ass button here that was like not addressed. This is the click button. Now I just pulled it out and I don't know what the orientation was. I guess it's like the tab is supposed to be pointing left. Man, I gotta tell you, this We got a weakness here. Or that would be up here. So the tab would be pointing inside. The instructions, man, it's not boxypixel didn't really provide any. I think they're just hoping that, well, if you're man enough to buy this, like, you're man enough to have opened it and know the instructions, but whatever instructions I ended up finding ended up being rather weak. This way? I would assume it has to be this way. Yep, is that way. Wonder why they chose not to include it, unless you just got unlucky. No, I think it's literally like this whole big middle portion right here. That would be like, I mean, just looking at like the complexities of this, and like what tolerances you would need, I'm guessing they're just like, nah. That's my guess. But also, I mean, even if like they did it, and even if they did it and I got it, it's like, man, that's a lot of work to like unhouse it, you know, like the ZR button and like the ribbon cable for it. So I'm like, I'm chill. Like, in fact, like, again, I think if they really didn't do it, it's a design flaw, but I'm still perfectly okay. Now look at that. And then like, you're still gonna also have these remnants because, you know, they're not gonna provide these buttons too. So that's actually, I like that because you get a little bit of flavor, you get a little bit of that accent back. So what it's gonna end up being, I think, is like, I'm putting the green into the black, which I'll do with the other green one I have, because I have like the two accompanying, like I have the left and right pink and the left and right green. And I think the green is gonna look really good with the black. And honestly, I think the pink is gonna look really good with the silver, knowing that like I'll have these like red buttons here. Now I think it would be cool if I had like red Joy-Cons instead to match, but I'm cool. I think the pink will do well here. Okay, so how do we do this? Shit. Okay, I think, ooh, that button almost fell. Okay, I think it might make sense to just kind of get these in. Is it possible to paint over it maybe? I think so, but I'm actually cool. I'm cool with how we got it going. I like this. It's interesting that like we're gonna have like some of the identity of the previous Joy-Cons in it. I think also as another alternative is like, if I really wanted, I can get some of those like plastic replacement ones off Amazon or something. If I really wanted to, instead of like buying like a whole new Joy-Con. So like that's another option too, if I wanted to do this whole thing again. And just like have it show in and peek in. Makes me wonder, like, do I really want to do that? Do I maybe want to get a red that matches these buttons? Or do you think that that's pretty close? Pretty close? Yeah, maybe. Alright. We've been kind of like slacking here, so let's just try to get these in. Man, one Joy-Con is like pretty hard. Doing this right? I think I am. Which direction do I go in? I feel like it would have to be this. Wow, what a struggle. These ribbon cables, getting them into place here. They were so easy to take out. I think that one appears to be locked in now. Let's try to get this guy in. Oh, focus. Moon Operator, what's going on? Welcome back to the stream. If you had another pair of Joy-Cons, you could totally use the other black and silver casings, then mix and match the Joy-Cons whenever. So I do have that second pair of Joy-Cons, and we're gonna eventually do it. But the thing is, I don't think we're gonna be able to do that in the course of this stream, just because this has taken a lot longer than I anticipated. We're still on Joy-Con number 1 out of 4. For that matter. This guy just popped out again. Again. Start your first build today. Right on, right on. Your first build. I always got this impression that you were a type of fella who's done a lot of builds. I've been good. I got this new rig, this new camera setup here, that allows me to do an overhead camera very cleanly, much better than the situation I've had. And I spent a couple hours just working on the setup prior to starting stream here. So no, I designed my first keyboard before I built my first. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, that's wild. I didn't know that. That's impressive. Dang, kudos, man. That's super sick. Is there supposed to be a screw in there? I think there's supposed to be a screw in here. I'm totally going out of order, aren't I? Thanks, I learned so much from the community. Damn. That's super sick. Okay, I got this guy. I got 3 of these guys. I'm gonna pour these out. It's hard to tell what screws it is that I need. Like, they bagged up many different screws, and some of them look really similar. Do they really not trust that someone can get through? Because there's like at least like 5 times more screws in these little baggies that they've included than actual places for these screws. Alright, I'm gonna pour these out. I'm totally 100% going out of order. It's crazy. I see. I see. So there is a tiny screw right there that we need. That's what keeps a lot of this stuff together. So I think just take it one step at a time. Don't blow it. Don't blow it, Chris. I'm about to blow it. Is this not the screw? What screws are these? Oh boy. How confusing. Okay, there's one. Ooh, this looks really tricky. Yeah. Boxypixel is really interesting. This is the first time I've ever seen machined aluminum shells, which is what's got me so intrigued. This screw won't go in. I'm gonna try this other one, I guess. One of these older ones. Yeah, the problem is they didn't really provide any instruction. Ooh, I don't like that. Am I crazy? Or is there like no screw hole there? Yeah, look at that. There's straight up no screw hole in that one little pocket. Let's see if we can show this. Yeah, screw hole right here. No screw hole right here. That is weird. That is very weird. RIP, are you using any other guide? So Boxypixel didn't provide a guide. So it's like I'm relegated to looking up an iFixit guide, which is normally really good, except there's one particular iFixit guide that I found, the first one that showed up at least. I don't know if there's many, but the one that I found like has like apparently just, it feels like a bunch of missing steps. So it has not been particularly helpful, unfortunately. And the Boxypixel, that's crazy. They missed a hole, and maybe that was intentional. There's also like, this one's not a hole, which I don't know what that's even really for. I don't think it's for anything, but it's like, there is actually changes to this design. Now, I'm hoping and thinking that this is inconsequential. I think that hopefully it just holds together still, but it's surprising. All right. So the next step is to reattach this guy. I think with the purpose of seating it back in like right here. This is apparently the antenna. Okay, we're good here. It just routes in like that, which is perfect. Can't wait to see what it'll look like on the Switch. We've been going slow. We've been going so slow. 2 hours and 15 minutes. Almost getting close to the end on the first Joy-Con out of 4. Alright. Got this guy right here. Just kind of can reattach this. Try to get this back in with some tweezers, hopefully. It won't be too hard. I wonder if it's like, do you press it down? I don't think it's gonna be possible to press it down. It needs to kind of be pushed in. Maybe you press it down. Let me see. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, you can press it down. It's just a matter of dexterity, really. We'll turn this ISO back down. We're seeing a little bit less black at this point. I need one hand on the tweezers and another hand to push it down. That's what it feels like. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now we do this guy, which I've just felt like should have been done earlier, but here we are. So we need a tiny screw. Alrighty. Whoa, apparently I hit the power button at some point. Alright, now this part is really interesting because oh, this is weird. It's kind of seems like there's a little bit of weirdness to how it's connecting all back together. Did I misalign something? That's my question. Did I put something? Is this in the wrong spot? I doubt it. It seems like it's in the right spot. Unless it wasn't. That has to go there. Okay. What the? It seems like it's constantly just cracked open. And I think, I mean, once you screw it down, it'll be better. So now my question is, it looks like we still do need to put these 4 tri-wing screws back in, because I don't think they provided any replacement tri-wing screws. So let's do it. So this is really cool. I don't know if conceptually it's problematic, like from a design standpoint, but these guys retain an identity. They really do. Because, okay, I see. You might, hold on. Let me figure this out here. Do we just use some of these other screws instead of the tri-wings? Is that what they want us to do? I think they do. So you're not even supposed to use these old tri-wing screws. We use the slightly longer ones. That is very cool. No, I'm not even screwing it in correctly. Except the tri-wing driver, or the tri-wing bit. What the? Did I drive that other one too much? I like this should fit, right? In some places, I don't know what they want us to use. Which screws go to what? This last one isn't driving in for some strange reason. Wonder why. Let's take a look at this guy. This one also doesn't drive in. I wonder why. Do we use an old tri-wing for this one? This strange. So it's the right, I think it's the right size or width. Like the screw width seems right. Use the tiny one? The very tiny one? Because that would be bizarre. Yeah, this is weird. I can't get the fourth screw in. Strange. What do y'all think? For some strange reason, this last hole here doesn't seem to fit anything familiar, except for this original very long tri-wing screw. I don't know how you would go and test this. It actually somewhat feels like... Is this one too small? This one should work. It's not going in. That's strange. I want to take all of it out and just kind of do some further inspection. Okay, so the IR sensor has a hole that goes all the way down through to the other side of the shell. Now, we're supposed to anticipate that it'll make it there. And it seems to be able to screw in when I go all the way down in there. But part of me gets to wondering, hey, is this like long enough? Do I have ones that are long enough? Most of these screws look like they're about the same length. So we got the tiny, tiny ones. I'll try these, but I don't think these are any longer. Is it possibly because the IR sensor was misaligned? Sam, you gonna head off? Thanks for the stream and good luck with the rest of the Joy-Con. Thank you. I appreciate that. Maybe I'm about 2.5 hours in. I'm like curious if I really want to do any more than this. Screw is not long enough or something. Let's try the original try. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So I get this sense here that you are supposed to use the original tri-wing screw at least for this guy in the corner, because this looks about done. Ooh, palms are sweaty. That's nice. There's more weight to it. It's heavier, which makes sense. It's aluminum. That's cool though. That's super cool. I just wonder if we were supposed to use them for these too. Is this whole structure gonna pop out of place? Let's try. I'm gonna try using one more tri-wing screw in the top left. And if it's too long, it's too long. I'm hoping it's not going to hurt us or anything. Yeah. This one, like just in this corner here, just feels really tight. Like it's not gonna go any further than that. So here's to me kind of just guessing that the tri-wing is just reserved for that very bottom one. That's super cool though. All right, We did 1 out of 4, guys. One out of 4. I get this feeling that I'm probably gonna do the other right one off stream, but these left ones have me intrigued. I really like the mutedness of the Splatoon Pro controller, and then I feel like the Joy-Cons came in super hot looking. Find that to be a little bit of a weakness, and I think changing them to these is pretty exciting. I'm gonna take a quick look over the left one, because I feel like we've got about 2.5 hours in. And ooh, it's gonna take me a while, I feel like, to be able to get through the left Joy-Con as well. I've done the left Joy-Con swap before. The Joy-Con, or the joystick. What do you guys think? I feel like I kind of want to. I say let's do it. Let's just do it. I think we can do this. Let's speed run this. This is gonna be crazy. Moon operator. Ooh, did you swap the button from the 2 sets? So I have a pair of black shells and I have a pair of silver shells. And my intent was to have these red buttons and a black D-pad, which is cool. They replace these with D-pads onto the silver, and then put the silver buttons, which I did on that one, and the silver D-pad onto here. So that's been my intent. So my plan now is to try to get, instead of doing the pair of black and the pair of black, is to maybe try and do the pink on silver. So swap the pink left Joy-Con with the silver left Joy-Con. And I do have another pair of Joy-Cons as well. But there's no way I'm going to be doing this all tonight. But I'm too curious to end stream without having done another set. Is that why you got the red buttons? Yeah, I got the red buttons for the silver. So I believe I did this joystick swap. So some of this is gonna look pretty familiar. It's interesting. The pink is like, I didn't notice this before, but there's a different pink on the inside, and like you see, like it just kind of fades into this like more neon pink here. I actually like this muted pink in here better. I didn't even notice that the first time around. Okay, gently pry the battery. done this in a previous life. And that's probably why the adhesive is like pretty easy. Is there adhesive on this side? Oh, there was. Gently pry out the battery. Okay. This is interesting. There's way more steps in this iFixit guide, but it's like actually faster because each individual step is really detailed to the point where it's like they're just providing more information for what seems to be the same step over and over, which is good. Gently pry out the battery. Okay, so they actually did remove the battery, which, as I've learned, you can just kind of pull out using this spudger. Okay, there's our battery. So remove 2 screws. I'm gonna remove 2 screws from this shell of 4. Actually 3. It's another one of the battery blocker ones. So I remember getting down deep in here when I did the joycon swap. Is it the soft touch material? The buttons? No, they're also machined. If you're talking about the buttons. Turn the page of the book. But you turn it outwards. It's kind of like a brochure. The ZL button is locked in place by a small ZIF connector. Okay, do they want us to remove that? Use tweezers to flip it open. It actually like seems pretty open. Okay, got that out of the way. So we're gonna keep this guy. This is gonna stay in there. Unlock the rails top ZIF connector and then disconnect the cable. Okay, so apparently it's these two similar ones. We're speed running, guys. That last one took 2.5 hours. This one's gonna be so much faster, even though it's a different Joy-Con. Remove the screw holding this rail in place. I don't want to do this yet. Step 10. I feel like I can skip step 10 and 11 till later. Depress the latch underneath the trigger using tweezers. This, okay. Step 10 and 11 I'll do later. Step 12 and wait a second. Step 12 I can skip because this one I'll need. I'm realizing you guys don't know what I'm looking at, but I'm looking at the iFixit guide for the left Joy-Con, which is a lot more detail, has a lot more steps. There's a lot more steps, but it's not taking longer. It's just better written. Okay. Is it better written? Okay, no. Oh, step 12 and 13 I can skip. 10 and 11 I'll do later. 12 and 13 I skip. I feel like I need to write this down. 11 later. 12, 13 skip. Okay. Just saving notes for myself. Okay, remove 2 more screws here. One of which is kind of blocked. What in the hell? So it's telling me to remove the screw, but I have to get underneath a ribbon cable. I feel like. Unless it's telling me to do something that... Yeah, I'm gonna... Okay, this one is a little bit weird too. So this is not part of the instructions, but I feel like I ought to do it. Because that just seems like the smartest way to get to the Joy-Con right there. Or the joystick. Okay, there's the joystick. So I remember I replaced that guy, and then we kind of stopped there. Okay, 3 screws at the top holding the circuit board for the minus and ZL buttons. Oh, that's interesting. I like these instructions way, way, way better, guys. I'll paste them in for anyone curious enough about it. If anybody cares to follow along here. Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. Oh, that is for... Okay. That is cool. That is super cool. Okay. Remove the minus button. Okay. So some of this stuff... Yeah. I mean, I guess we can, like, kind of just start moving and transporting things. Okay, remove the screws holding this board in place. Hey. Oh, crazy. This one seems slightly more complicated, yet at the same time easier to do. Okay, take the rumble pack out of the housing. I think I can avoid likely avoid taking it out from the motherboard. But the spudger here is pretty important to remove the rumble pack from out of the housing because there's adhesive. Ooh, thanks, yeah. I realize, yeah, I probably should have provided a lot more info for before. My bad. Interesting. Yeah, this is like way easier. Oh my goodness. They made that last one just way, way, way more complicated than it needed to be. Okay, so this is cool here because we get to use a D-pad instead of buttons. Super cool. Okay, we have this other thing. It's like a gritty, I don't know if you want to call it a gasket or something, but what's interesting is like it's here. And they have some cutouts for where it should be placed. Ah, of course that happens. Let's throw these buttons to the side here. But they don't have the same guides on boxypixels. But it's okay, as I've learned. Because I don't think that its positioning is super critical. It's just pretty critical. Yeah, I feel like that's good enough. Okay. All right, where did I put, oh shit. I feel like I just lost something. Oh, here it is. There we go. Speed run, guys. Speed run. Okay, let's go. Reverse order. Oh my god. Somehow, some way, left Joy-Con, with as much fear as I had over it, seems, let me cross my fingers, seems to be just like easier off the jump. A lot less finagling. I think a big part of that one too is just like a big, oh no, let's use new screws. A big part of that probably has to deal with I feel like I just lost a tiny one. A big part of that has to do with the IR sensor on the right Joy-Con, which just causes a lot of weird sort of like layering issues. Okay, all of these seem to click so far. Is this a big one or a little one? I think it's a big one. I think I might have lost a tiny one. Oh, there it is. Cool, cool. All right. Let's throw this guy back on. Boy, that right Joy-Con, man. That was a mess. Telling y'all. Okay, more tinies. This is crazy. Hold on. I feel like what I'm trying to do is very dumb. Hold on a second here. NFC 2. Not sure if that affects the layer. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. I was trying to figure out what that other patch was, but yeah, that was the Amiibo NFC. I was like, what was all that for? I'm like, oh. Jeez, okay, this is like a little hard to place in. Harder than I would have imagined. Yikes. There we go. Let's get these others positioned. Oh my gosh. This screwdriver has a little too much magnet for all the tiny screws. Yeah, so there was, I think there was NFC was this first layer. And then I don't know if you want to call it, but I think it was like the IR kind of technically was the second layer. And then the motherboard was on top of that, but then you needed all of that, but then you needed to get the ribbon cables set properly. And so it was just so crazy. And then like I kept fucking up the buttons at the same time. So that was just like, I mean, that was on me. What the? What's that sound? All right. Just got these guys back in. Joystick goes in next, I guess. So we got some long boy screws now. These slightly long boys. They're not very long. Gotta pull back the ribbon just a little bit. My roommate has that same screwdriver set and swears by it. Yeah, yeah. The big the big kicker is that it has the what is it? The TR like security screws. Is that what they were called? Yeah, cause you could get cheap ones off Amazon that are not iFixit. Man Bear P, by the way, your name was the same color as Moon Operators and your name starts with an M, but Man Bear P, welcome to the stream. Yeah, you can get cheap ones off Amazon that aren't iFixit and then they don't have the security screws and then you end up needing the security TR bits. Like for example, I ended up changing, consumer electronics. I ended up changing, upgrading my Mac Mini's RAM to go from 8 gigs to 64. It's like a huge difference. Like even when you're just idling, like not doing anything, it's just like it's totally different. Or just like surfing Google Chrome tabs, which is like such a crazy resource hog. Yeah. I had that other, I had like another cheap set, and it was just like it didn't do it for me. I was like, oh man, you let me down, you cheap set from Amazon. Ribbon cable's so hard. They're very weird. 64 gigs of RAM in my Mac Mini, which is like, I'm not even doing super productive work on my Mac Mini. I just like, honestly, just found a really good deal. Found a really good deal. And I know that there's like the newer Mac Minis had just come out, but they're not like RAM upgradable. But yeah, it's a whole interesting thing. Just flip that down. I guess that's it. And another one. Let's get the joystick in. However that may be. I do have 64 gigs on my other PC as well, and that's nice too. It's good to know. Thanks for the advice. Yeah. Yeah. Just all circling back to it. Mac Mini, early 2020 and Mac Mini 2018, and I think even previous ones, RAM is user upgradable, but you do need like security drivers, and it's like it's not something they push for as user upgradable, but you can. Apparently the new M1s, late 2020, you know, going into 2021, that they just, the ARM-based machines or whatever that they just announced, not RAM upgradable. Faster in a lot of other respects, just because of how they've kind of built and integrated everything. But very specifically, if you're looking for something that's memory intensive, you actually have an advantage going to one of the older ones. But you know, at the trade-off of speed. So okay, I wrote in I can skip 12 and 13, which is cool. And then I said 10 and 11 I can do later, because this guy right here corresponds to this guy, right? Yeah. These are like almost completely separated steps. So 9 and 10, no, 10 and 11. So I remove this screw. I'll just throw that there. And I transfer this button over, which points to the inside, that little nub. Then I just do the same thing here. However, I use one of these handy tiny screws instead of the old one. Moving forward, probably won't see much upgradable RAM. The new low power RAM protocol doesn't support DIMMs, only soldered down to the PCB. Oh. Could you get solderable RAM to upgrade? Like if they were to make the corresponding whatever compatibility necessary, or is it something that doesn't exist? I guess that's what I'm kind of curious about. Is that crazy? I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Not sure, to be honest. Okay, so reinsert these fellas. Yeah, that's what we do. This one's interesting because I think compared to right Joy-Con, this step was listed as coming after the reattachment of that middle battery cover section. So it's like pretty interesting that here in this left Joy-Con set of instructions, they're having us do it before in terms of reassembly. I don't know which way this flips. Does it flip towards it? It does. I'm hoping that's all in there. Spudge, let's spudge and just try again, just to be totally certain. Feels like it. Ah, shit. Damn you, ribbon cables. Killing me. Killing me. Is that it? Did I just push it so hard in that the flip lock just closed on its own? I work with RAM at work, probably from the manufacturer, but maybe not in low quantities. I see. I see. That's cool. Damn. GDU sounds pretty gnarly. That's really cool, man. Sounds like it makes sense how you're able to design your own keyboard before you built it. Yeah. Super sick. Like it's all, I mean, to be honest, it's all kind of like whoosh. Sounds brilliant, man. All right, so I gotta get the L button placed in properly. Well, before I do that, I probably should get this guy seated in. I'm gonna take a closer look at this photo just to be totally certain. And you guys, I'll throw it on here too. So this is a photo for removing the cable. So in reverse order, push this in there, which, yep, that's like the last free slot. Then get it back in, okay. I do firmware for test boards that test RAM. Oh. That's crazy. That's super sick. How the hell? What the fuck am I doing? Oh, let's go in. Okay, there we go. Okay. Ah, they did it again. They got this other place where there's like no screw on the left Joy-Con. I just noticed. I'm guessing it must be intentional. BRB, gonna get some snacks? Right on. Okay, we fold it back in. And then we re-add some screws. However, there's no slot for one of these screws. Shit. There's no slots for one of these screws. Which is like, must be intentional. Now that, like, the more that I look at it, they did that shit on purpose. All right, get the battery back in, I guess. I think it goes in like this, I hope. Looks like it. All right, let's put it back into play. Here's another situation where I hold it into place somehow, and then you gotta push it back in. That might be it. Ooh. Close it back up. That's what I call a joycon. That was way easier. Oh my goodness. Way easier. Which ones are the big boys? These are the big boys. All right, let's see if we have this situation here again. Where do we need the tri-wing for any of these? Okay, we're pretty clear on that one. Yo, sick, that pink one looks nice. I'm so, okay. Does this screw in? I feel like this one's not screwing in. This one feels weird. Let's revisit that one shortly. Like, that one doesn't feel like it actually tightens. Okay. So now we have this same situation here. I think it's in both scenarios. I flip it over, and this bottom right one didn't actually close until I put in the original long tri-wing screw. The other three took these like much shorter screws that are not tri-wing, and in fact couldn't take the tri-wing. Same thing, even though it's the other Joy-Con. These screw in and tighten even though they're not long screws. They're much shorter screws than the tri-wing screws. This one right here, in the same configuration, it feels almost the same of the situation where we found over there. I'm screwing it in. Oh, okay. This actually tightens. Huh. Okay, that actually tightened. All right. There you have it, guys. What y'all think? Boy, that right, or the left Joy-Con was so much faster. I like it. What y'all think, guys? Should we try it out? I think we should try it out, right? Let's try it out. I'm way too excited to think about doing the other ones. I feel like we can speed run the other ones, but I'd rather try these out. let's see it. All right. We are going to sort of pause here a little bit there while I set up. Does this work? Look at that. Just my switch. Look at that. AKA Unforgettable, welcome to the stream and thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Oh, and Manbear P. I missed that notification, but thank you for the follow too, about 15 minutes ago. Animal Crossing, we got Animal Crossing, yeah. Let's pause this music. This actually is working so far. I wonder, so, you know, I hear, oh, that's pretty loud. Oh my god, I haven't been on since the summer. AKA Unforgettable, I'm doing good. We just did some Joy-Con shell swapping, if you want to take a look at this. I don't know if this shows up super well. Okay, there. Yeah, it's cool how you just flip through. We did some Joy-Con shell swapping to these metal Joy-Cons from boxypixel. Yeah, those looking nice. Thank you, thank you. They're metal? Yeah, they are. By the way, for anybody out there who has got some channel points, I'm about to turn on this one channel point right now. Guys, if you look at your channel points, there is now something that says ACNH message. Go ahead, try it out. Moon Operator, I'm looking at you. AKA Unforgettable, you too provided that. Maybe I'm hoping you might have some channel points. Let's try this out. Does this work? Yo, what's up? I like the vibe. Thank you. I spent the first week that Animal Crossing came out, I spent less time playing Animal Crossing and more time building that. That's actually sick, thank you. That's too cool. Thank you, thank you. I have all the code up for things like my chat bot, the ticker, I mean even this code for what's being done here. Just it's all in my like down below, there's links to the GitHub repos for it. Are you interacting with an API? Yes. It's the it's the technically not public, but technically public API for the Nintendo Switch Online app. So if you open up your app when you play, or like for Nintendo Switch Online, if you play Animal Crossing, there's actually something that allows you to write in using your phone keyboard. So long as you're connected to the internet on your game. And so like I just tapped into that, but then that itself requires like you to be kind of like logged in, or like basically take your token from the app. Unforgettable, I like that. What is SFX Explosion? You should try it out. Feel free. have these set up. These bushes. I have like bushes and corners just set up so it's easy to get all of these.
Jesus Christ, we love you, God!
You guys are familiar with Servant Mike. He's famous for being on Foo's Gone Wild. He's the, I don't know if he's a pastor, but he's just a very, very devout gentleman who says all this crazy stuff, or like not crazy stuff, but shows off his faith in a very, very loud manner. Also, amidst doing that, he also pop locks, which doesn't make any sense. But to be fair, does anything need to make sense? Ooh, we got a balloon here. Look, I gotta tell you guys, big fan of these. Big fan. They're heavy, they're weighty. Now, one thing that I do want to say though is that like for a person to go and machine Joy-Cons, I would say that what if one were to extend it further and change the shape? Because one issue that I've always had is that like this is not particularly comfortable. What I was always hoping for was Joy-Cons that kind of protruded outwards like this. And I'll show you guys. I'll be back in just a quick second, and feel free to enjoy the soothing sounds. Oh, the soothing sounds of Animal Crossing while I go grab something. I do have something interesting to show. Give me a second. You guys might still be able to hear me over there. I do have this lav mic on. I just gotta be sure. Where is it even in here? Maybe it's not even in here. Should be over there. At some point, I've got to realize that I can't see much in this darkened area over here. And also, I don't know where that... What is it? Where are my things? Pardon the struggle. Okay. A cute keyboard. Joy-Cons like this would be lit as fuck. Joy-Cons that are just a keyboard. Show and tell. Okay, I couldn't find exactly what I'm looking for, but maybe I'm not looking hard enough. Ah, here it is. It wasn't even in that room. Apologies. So, okay. Couple quick things here. Oh, that's side profile. I was like, oh, I thought you were just pointing out a keyboard. Like, yeah. Okay. So, my mic is still on. Okay, my mic is hot. Where is everything? Okay. Overhead. So real quick, check this out. A few things to show here. This is the switch grip, which it seems to just slide in. I'm hoping, yeah, it slides pretty easily in and out. I'm hoping, does that scratch it up? Curious, I don't think so. Oh, that looks pretty sick right there. Just like that, all black. Okay. This right here, huge improvement. Huge improvement just because of like the way it sits in your palms. Right? So like I always just wish that like there were Joy-Cons that were like this. Now, they kind of did make Joy-Cons like this. They were called, I don't know what they were called, but this was the first one of it that came out. I think it was called the Split Pad Pro. That's what it was called. The Hori Split Pad Pro. So they did actually like heavily improve a lot of stuff about it. One, you get the palm grips. Two, you get the Pro controllers joysticks, which are just like so much better. Yeah, that's silly because it's the Deus Ex something. Demon X Machina theme. So you got a little funny design here. Now, there's a couple problems here. One, not wireless. So you can only play this attached. Two, the goofy colors, or the goofy design here. Three, no rumble. And the biggest one, number 4, no motion. So no wireless and no motion. Those are two huge things, especially because I play a lot of Splatoon. Gotta have motion just to get that accuracy. So there was so much in here that was great, but then I feel like it unfortunately just ended up being a miss. Now I wonder, could you theoretically like gut this and put it in here? I don't know. That would be pretty bizarre. I don't think that would really be super easily possible by any stretch. But yeah. Anyways, the reason why I was bringing that up was because, hey, like this is pretty good and I'll continue to use it. But I was just wondering if you're machining like a new design, like a new shell, could you not machine a new design? And that would be so sick if you could. Anyways. I think I still had, oh man, this feels so nice getting it in this grip here. Let's raise this back up just to get it out of the way. I realize it's been in the way the whole night. Yeah, true, it's a good point. Oh man, it feels so, like the D-pad, oh, this is incredible. Like switching to that D-pad is like, I feel like I'm playing like a whole new controller. I feel like I'm playing a whole new console. Oh, I feel like I lost a little bit of signal there. I was trying to hit A, and it's like a little slow too. A 3D printer making the case? That's a good question. I feel like there's some oh shit. I feel like there's some tolerances that are kind of required. Especially like getting just like things screwed in properly. So I would be a little hesitant, but I wouldn't put it past, just like, I mean, the notion of someone just creating something to improve upon what the current Joy-Con shells are like. I always hoped that there would be just like more different kinds of designs. I felt like that was a really big value proposition when the the Switch came out, that you would get so many different kinds of controllers, and really we only ended up getting the main Joy-Con in terms of attachable controllers, and then this Split Pad Pro, which is like a third-party thing. I wonder if that's why the plastic layer is kept to let the Bluetooth signal pass. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's a very interesting notion. But I'll be also honest here too. Like that looks sick because it's like let me show this. Like it's just like the identities of these Joy-Cons have been preserved, and I love that. I love that so much. In addition to possibly it being what affects Bluetooth signal, I'm just betting that if you did replace the internals with something that was machined for the battery cover, it'd be like so much heavier. That'd be funny. Like just how heavy those would be. I'm guessing also it would be super heavy if you had an idea like mine, where you just like machine a new shape, like a bigger shape for your palms. I realize I'm playing without you guys seeing the the game, but I'm not really doing anything. I'm just running around, so you guys can kind of see what it just like looks like in hand. And these actually, a few things here, they feel great. They really do. It's heavier, but you can also you can kind of just like feel around for it, and it's real nice. Brass weight. But also this D-pad, next level, man. Like I know that they made like I think it's like it's like not wireless version of a D-pad left Joy-Con that I think like people were using for like Street Fighter. But this is extra cool. Like this is crazy. I'd even go about saying this is crazy. I think I hit all my rocks. Did I have anything else to do? Let's find out. While you watch me just use the controller. Alright, switch back to the game. I think I can speedrun the next two. Like I think that I don't even know if I'll stream it just because I feel like I might do it in like less than an hour. They have see-through purple shell replacement. I have one. I actually have that set. Let me see if I can go grab it. I never put it on because literally the point when I bought it was right when boxypixel came out, like saying like, hey, we're dropping this. So I just never installed it. Let me see if I got this in here. Or am I looking in the wrong place again? I don't know. LMAO. I've thought about picking them in the past, but the metal looks sick. These are pricey though. I think it's like $100 just for the shells, and then you have to like go and deal with, you know, the struggles of installing everything just like I did. Damn, you kidding me? I don't know where this is. Oh, I found it. Yeah, if I'm gonna do a shell replacement, might as well do it with metal ones. Yeah, take a look at this. I did end up buying this and I just never installed it. One thing I think would be cool is just replacing the back cover, which I opened up my Switch once, and just taking off the back cover, putting in a new one is not that hard at all. It's just the first step of, I had to replace my fan. And the first step was just taking off the back cover, and I kind of want to replace it with like a transparent like back cover that's like maybe like a smoky black but like translucent. I think that would be really cool. But you know what's separate thing just to mention, I don't know if you guys saw this Nintendo Switch like limited edition or something that's coming out next month. It's like just Mario themed, and literally all it is just full red, and then you have a blue grip, like the blue Joy-Con grip. So it's like there's not even much blue. It's just literally the Joy-Con grip is blue. But what's really interesting is that that's the first time that I'd seen a Switch. I think it's the first time they're dropping a Switch where the bezel is not gray or black or whatever. The bezel is a full red. So it's like, I'd never seen that before. And like, I'm not even sure if you can replace the bezels, like if there's any shell replacements for the bezels like that. It's kind of crazy. I'm trying to look for Molly. Molly just moved in. Yo, Skippy. Oh, he just gave me a pants press. I realize my video is like covering a big portion of the everything. Oh, whoa. This looks nice. Yeah, I mean, again, it's just so different. All things considered, that red bezel, the red bezel is just like, that just gets to me for some reason. It's just, never seen it before. I really want to find Molly. I didn't find her just walking around, but maybe she's in the museum. I really like switch light lineup colors. The switch lights, they look nice. I think that the problem is the switch light just has like the big weakness of not being able to, you know, detach Joy-Cons, not being able to dock. I don't think I've seen anyone past this room of this wing. But I agree. The colors on the switch lights are always like, they're on point. For sure. Okay, see, nothing, no one in here. I've seen them in the second room, but I don't think I need to go to the third room. No docking? Yeah, there's no docking. I could live without no detachable. Yeah, same here, same here. But it's like, you gotta buy Joy-Cons if you wanted to. It's funny, you gotta buy Joy-Cons if you wanted to play Ring Fit. But then also, you'd have to play Ring Fit on this tiny ass screen, which is just like, that's just super funny. All right. We're like 0 for 2 right now. I still can't find Molly. Okay, artwork's basically one giant room, so we can run around there. Oh, there's Ruby. I mean, I can talk to her, but I'm looking for Molly. Molly's cute. She's a duck, and then I ended up kicking out a different duck that was also cute. Her name was Mallory, which I found also to be a super cute name. I heard people who work for eShop support spend all day refunding people who bought Mario Party for Switch Lite. Oh shit. Wait, is that because Mario Party just requires like detachable Joy-Cons and like detachable, like for everybody to play? That's crazy. I think Molly is a cuter duck, but I think Mallory is a cuter name. Alright. I don't see, where the hell? Where is Mallory? Is she not here? Or Molly? Killing me, Molly. Keep saying Mallory. Yeah, you can't play in tabletop mode and can only use Joy-Cons. Damn. Whoa, that's crazy. Favorite villager is Scoot the green duck. Ooh, I'm not sure if I'm familiar with Scoot. I know Drake. Drake is a green duck. Scoot, let's take a look at Scoot. Animal Crossing. Ah, this guy looks cool. I like it. Molly, you're killing me. I wanted to show you off and you're not even around. He's really funny. Alright, I'm gonna run around for like 3 to 5 more minutes, and if I don't find Molly, I'm just gonna stop. I realize I'm still in makers and crafting, playing Animal Crossing, but it's important. Oh, maybe she's at someone's house. She's in Wolfgang's, maybe? She could be in anybody's house. She could be in Fuchsia's house. No, just Wolfgang. Nice of me. Slaw bunnies. You guys know much about slaw bunnies? Anybody here know much about slaw bunnies? Let's try Henry's. Slaw bunnies. Slaw bunnies nuts. What about Jergma? You guys know much about Jergma? I realize a lot of this, some of this is like blocked off. Alright. Molly, where are you? I gotta change your catchphrase to something stupid. I'm not even the streamer. Oh wait, fuchsias? Let's try fuchsias. Okay, wait. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I read Molly's sign at the door and I don't even remember what it said. She might be asleep. In which case this is a giant waste of time. Ooh. What you doing? Iron garnish? I think I already have this. Yeah. I need to set up my sources and scenes a little better so that I can like move my camera from the left side to the right side. To be perfectly honest, I have no idea why I'm on the left side. Just need a better way. Meowza. I figured out a strategy to get photos really fast. Oh, she's sleeping. She was sleeping the whole time. Anyways, that's Mallory right there. But this is Molly. Alright. I think we're good here. Oh! Oh, unforgettable. Oh, I'm so sorry. I literally literally just shut the game down. My bad. I go refund you. Let's see. How do I refund you? Reward queue. Can I refund this? Oh man, I'm sorry about that. How do you refund? I have no clue how to refund. I'll type it in for you manually the next time you come on and I'm playing Animal Crossing. I'll do it just for you. The next time that you're here, and the next time that I'm playing Animal Crossing and that collides, we'll do all that. I bet. Be here for the next controller testing. Right on. Wait a second here. Oh, okay, that's right. All right. Anyways, I still have all the music on, don't I? All right. This is awesome. Now, I do think that there's a little tiny bit of interference because it's like, I feel like there's a little bit less responsiveness. That said, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Like the tattoos, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't used my Joy-Cons in a while. I usually use my Pro controller. But I feel like there was some times where I wasn't getting some inputs captured fully. Now that could be a number of things. To be perfectly fair, my PC is in between me and my Switch, so it's like that could be another source of just like physical interference. But I do really fucking love this. This is crazy. I love this. Like, retain the colors. So cool. So cool. All right, I am going to, let's clean this up a tiny bit here. So we'll get the tinies back in to one bag, and then we'll get the bigs back into another bag. Yeah, I'll just do this off stream. All right. What's the situation here? Oh. Okay. I'm gonna take off. Guys, everybody, thank you so much for being here tonight. Very much appreciated. I'm surprised that we got such great activity here. But doing these is a lot of fun. And on top of that, they look really cool. Thank you, everybody. Yes, thank you for the stream, Moon Operator and aka Unforgettable. Thanks for being here. For anybody who's interested and not already in the Discord, I just dropped a link there. And also, just so that everybody knows, I send all bits and subs to the San Francisco Marin Food Bank. But you are welcome to donate directly to them so that Twitch doesn't take a cut. So that link is there. All right, everybody, thanks again. It looks like Tim Keyless, super famous celebrity Tim Keyless, keyboard streamer, is having a subathon. So send him some love if you can. I'm about to go re-up my sub right now as we raid him. So guys, thank you so much. Good night from San Francisco. And we're gonna be raiding Tim Keyless. Peace, everybody.